Do you like being one of a kind? Do you like standing out on the court? These are my top 5 limited edition rackets. There's only a few, so get them while you can. Today I have a whole bundle of limited edition rackets with me, and I'm going to go through them and work out my favourite 5. I've got lots to choose from. It's quite difficult to do. I'm going to base it on the quality of the racket and of course the quality of the cosmetic for the limited edition run. So without further ado, let's get into it with some honourable mentions. So I know everyone's going to think I'm kind of copping out and making it into like a top 8, but I have 3 honourable mentions. And there's a reason for that, because I'm going with true limited edition rather than just the brand's tournament-specific release. However, on that, we also obviously do a lovely Roland Garros range, and my favourite of the 3 is the Clash. Because I think the Clash is a brilliant version. This version 3 does exactly what it says in the tin, but I also really like the colour scheme. Playing on clay, nice Roland Garros ball, in the sunshine, giving me beach vibes. I'm really into it. Anyway, Clash 100 in the Roland Garros is an honourable mention, along with, for obvious reasons, it's a pure drive, my favourite racket, super powerful. The new one also has that sort of soft edge to it. I'm not wild about the cosmetic, but I think if I was a consumer, I potentially would pick it over the blue, just to be different. So if you like being different, you like power, Wimbledon Pure Drive seems like a good option. And my final honourable mention is the Boom Neon. Now, personally, I find it a little childish, the drawings and the cartoons of all the New York things on it. However, from a distance, playing with it, it actually looks quite cool. The luggage is quite cool. So it has a place. And I thought Mazzetti looked pretty cool using it as well, to be fair. But it doesn't quite pip the other 5. So it is still an honourable mention, but not to go without some note, because some thought went into it. The Boom Neon. In at number 5, we have the Tecnifibre T-Fight ID. This was a US Open launch, all in honour of Daniil Medvedev and Iga Swiatek for their previous US Open successes. Obviously, it didn't go quite so well for Daniil. If he needs to buy any, we've got a couple. I know he broke a few. I think it's actually now looks like the inline one. As in, so used to it, I think it may overtake the white one in terms of popularity if we could get more, but they are very limited. Also, just came in are the special dampeners that came out with the racket. So we've got the flame for the Statue of Liberty torch, and of course the US Open symbol. We have the bagel and we have the pretzel, linked to Swiatek's scores of kept bageling people and describing Medvedev as playing tennis like a pretzel. So there you go, number 5 on my list, T-Fight ID. Next is the RF01 Pro Classic, not the black one I have with me. Brought out by Wilson in honour of Federer's classic Pro Staff look, but with the same spec and playability of the RF01 Pro. Now this gets on the top 5, even though we don't sell it. I know, shocking, right? We're actually not just pushing what we sell. So everyone in the comments can, you know, hype down. And we had discussion earlier is, again, if we were just consumers and players and we had the choice, probably would go with that classic, because it's obviously a lot more expensive, but it is a sweet looking racket. So well done, Wilson. You've done a very good limited edition with the RF01 Classic. At number 3 on my list is the Radical Palm Tree Crew from Head, and what a looker it is. Lovely gloss paint, beautiful summery, on the beach vibes. Taylor Fritz, obviously quarter-finalist at the US Open, helped design this. So that's pretty cool. If it is a bit much for you, which some people aren't quite cool enough to pull it off, you can just get the dampeners. So if you just want a palm tree on your dampener, then that's available. I like it because it isn't necessarily tied to an event or a tournament like many of the limited edition rackets are. It's just limited edition in its own right. There's very few of them. It's a great racket, the Radical MP, that's what it's based on. The People's Racket, probably not the People's colourway, it's a little bit out there. Did that fly just go in the shot? So there you have it, at number 3 on my list, the Head Radical Palm Tree. Great looking racket. Get one while you can. At number 2 on my list is a blade. A Sabalenka blade, but it's not this one. Again, it's a racket we don't actually sell. Crazy, but it did look amazing. And obviously it led Sabalenka to victory. So the Wilson US Open Special Edition blade that Sabalenka used was a great looking racket. I'm sure Joe has it flying all over the screen right now. Well done, Wilson. Why didn't you bring it out for us retailers to sell? It would have been brilliant. But alas, I'm stuck with the still very nice looking green version, but the limited edition one from the US Open was sweet. Not quite sweet enough for number one. I wonder what it could be. Now at number one, I've chosen it because there's more to it than just the look and playability of the racket. This is about a story, about a legacy, about history, and if you haven't already guessed, it is of course the Head Arthur Ashe Competition Legacy Edition. Quite the mouthful, but one of the best, if not the best, limited edition racket that any brand I think has ever made. The attention to detail from the cosmetic matching that competition racket that Arthur Ashe made famous 50 years ago when he won Wimbledon, another great bit of the history. The photo that's been reimagined, so he's holding this racket, and of course you've got the classic Wishbone logo rather than the current modern one, the luggage that comes with it, the cover that you get with the racket, all the little details, the little Arthur Ashe quotes on it, just show a lot of effort, thought and consideration when creating the racket. And I think you have to respect that. Yes, it's a Boom MP, yes they could have made it a Prestige and it would have been great, but just for the cosmetic, the thought, the link, and how they've come about to create the racket, hats off to Head. You've done very, very well with limited edition this year, both the Palm Tree and this, but the Arthur Ashe Competition is my favourite limited edition racket of the year. We only have a few left, and the luggage especially is fire, so don't miss out. In summary, it's been a great year of limited edition rackets, and for once, we have given you rackets that we don't even have. The US Open Sabalenka version blade and the RF01 Pro Classic in the original Encode red colourways hit my list, as well as the others from the honourable mentions all the way through. I still think the story and the history of the Arthur Ashe Competition Legacy keeps it at number one, but I'll let you all discuss in the comments, have I missed one? Was there a special Volcal limited edition that I don't know about? Maybe. Let me know in the comments and let me know what you think deserved to be number one. As always, please like, share and subscribe to the channel so you never miss a thing from Arthur and me.